Well, San Diego leaders came together this morning urging Congress to pull the plug on funding for the Department of Homeland Security. Their message came just hours before the Senate voted down that funding bill.
CBS 8's Alex Lai was there and now joins us live from the county administration building. And Alex, who was out there today?
Well, Carlo and Anna, city leaders, faith advocates, and labor groups stood out here today, making their message clear. They're asking Congress to step in and protect San Diego families.
I want to tell you the story of one of our workers, Brenda, who many of you saw dragged across a parking lot as if she were garbage.
Their jobs is to protect our communities.
In front of the county administration building, labor leaders and immigration advocates shared stories they say show why DHS funding needs to end.
We are creating generational trauma, not only for these workers who are being abducted, but by their kids who are wondering every day, when I come home, is my parent going to be there?
Do not touch me! Get back! Advocates demanded an end to the funding and called on Congress to enforce limits on use of force, an end to searches and arrests without warrants, more oversight and transparency, and a stop to racial and identity profiling.
We were outside marching.
Speaking out was lead minister Justine Sullivan, who recently traveled to Minneapolis with other faith leaders to stand with communities protesting ICE operations.
They are resilient, but they are tired, and we do not want that here in San Diego.
Are you worried what is happening in Minnesota could happen here in San Diego?
I'm very worried that there could be a similar kind of influx. If that many agents were to come here, it would terrorize the whole community.
Also present today, San Diego Councilmember Sean Elo Rivera standing up for the families he represents.
I'm not kidding when I say we're like crying with folks on a weekly basis. Families who've either been impacted by abuses or live in fear of being impacted by abuses.
For those gathered here, they say this isn't just political, it's personal. And while the DHS funding bill failing was a huge win for these groups out here today, they say they will continue to advocate for the groups that they represent. Anna and Carlo?
Alex, when you were out there this morning, what was the energy like?
Well, I mean, as you heard, you could see people were angry, they were fed up, they were very emotional, but they were also hopeful that this DHS funding bill would fail, as it did ultimately just hours later.
All right, their voices are being heard, it seems. We'll see what happens next in this funding fight. Alex Lai reporting. Thanks, Alex.